be honest with you guys, I rolled up to Goat Hill Park thinking that it was going to be a full 18-hole golf course. I probably should have known better since they were charging $35, which is not an average rate to play golf in California. But I'm a believer of making the best out of every situation and every circumstance that you're put into. So instead of tackling this golf course like a full 18-hole golf course, it's a par 65, it's 4,000 yards, and yes, you might never play a course like this on tour. However, I think that you would definitely encounter similar holes, especially in terms of par 3s and short par 4s, which are both very important if you want to score well. This course is predominantly par 3s. Par 3s are the hardest holes in golf because you only get 3 shots. I would argue that par 3s are one of the easiest holes to make bogeys on because if you hit one bad shot, you only have one shot to make up for it, and if you hit another bad shot, you're pretty much gonna get at least a bogey or a double. So I truly believe that you can never have enough par 3 practice. One of the things that we never really have the advantage of having in Malaysia is a lot of par 3 golf courses. The reason why is because we don't have as much land as you guys do here in America. But par 3 courses, similar to the course that we're playing today, even though it's not a par 3 course, it's about making the most of every single shot because you know that you need good shots in order to play well. On holes like par 5s, you can hit a bad tee shot, chip it out, and still make a par, even make a birdie. On a par 3, if you hit one bad shot, it's very hard to bounce back. So like I just said, I think that even though this course is only 4,000 yards, it can be a very good practice facility. Not only for amateurs, not only for beginners as well, but also for professionals. Because you can never have enough accuracy in your game, and short courses like this tend to have smaller greens, maybe tighter fairways, I don't know because I've never been here, but usually they have smaller greens, which is going to require more accuracy when hitting approach shots into the green. I think one of the reasons why these kind of small courses or par 3 courses are commonly looked down upon is because number one, people think that it's not worth paying the price if you don't get to play a full golf course. And also, I feel like with a full golf course, when you have more par 5s and more par 4s, you actually have a lot more chances of making birdies, whereas on courses like this, it is a lot more difficult because like I just said, there's a lot of par 3s. So unless your ball striking is really on point, it is not as easy to make birdies on these courses as compared to full golf courses in my opinion. However, I think that this is actually one of the best places for people to improve and also for people to start playing golf. Most beginners start by simply going straight to a golf course, and I think this is one of the biggest mistakes because number one, I think one of the things that's going to happen is they're going to really struggle with the fact that the golf course is so long. In addition to that fact, and having to play such a long course is really going to take a toll on you, not only mentally but physically, and I think that this actually discourages people from playing golf because they just simply don't enjoy themselves. When you play short courses like this, if you have a chance to drive the green or make a par or make some birdies even, it's going to help you feel more motivated to want to keep playing golf. And for that reason, I feel like small golf courses like this can really be beneficial for different reasons. Like I just said, it can be good for beginners who want to get started in the game of golf. It can also be good for kids, but also it can also be good for amateurs and pros who are wanting to improve their accuracy like mentioned before. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that one of the things that I learned playing LPGA courses is that a lot of times the distances that you need to master are your long irons and your short wedges. I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of the par 3s here are actually of decent length. Of course, I'm also playing from the furthest behind tee, but I've actually been hitting between a 6 iron to even a 5 foot in certain situations because of the rain and the elevation. But these are actually very good examples of what the distances of par 3s on the LPGA Tour are. So I think that playing golf courses like this, even though you might think it's easy, like I said, I think this is a misconception that it's easy. But anyway, they actually provide very good par 3 practice because they're of decent length. And on this course, they also had the option of playing the mini goat, which was basically, I think, inside 100 yards. They had another tee box where you could play the course from that tee box and essentially just be hitting wedges, which also I think is a great practice. I think the only downfall was really that the greens were not in good condition. I don't know what the conditions of these greens usually are like, but if the greens on this course were in good condition, I think that this would definitely be a place to practice if you are serious in improving your golf game. So I think I created this video with the main intention of kind of showing you guys that there can be a benefit to every single golf course, every single opportunity that you have to practice. The most important thing, number one, is having the right mindset, because I think that, for instance, if you thought that you were coming to play a decent golf course and you roll up to Goat Hill and you see what the condition is like, in your head you might not be as excited to play it, which is fine. However, I think that you need to also understand that just because it's short doesn't mean it's easy, and also just because it's short doesn't mean that you cannot get some good practice out of it. In fact, like I hope you have seen from this video, short courses like this can actually be very beneficial to every kind of golfer. And I think that they're often looked down upon or taken for granted, even by me. Like I said, I never grew up playing par 3 courses because we don't really have a lot at home. But I think that a lot of people that grow up playing par 3 courses are actually very good ball strikers. And the reason why is because you need to be a good ball striker. Playing golf courses like this also teaches you to minimize your errors, which is what I think is important for a lot of amateurs. Because if you really want to improve your scoring, especially if you're an amateur, the number one thing that you need to improve is making silly mistakes. I think when you're playing par 3s, or if you're playing short par 4s, you need to know when to attack the pin and when to not. You also need to understand the first step is to hit the greens. On par 3 courses, when you only are hitting approach shots, I think this does help you do that because you're not so focused on, trying to bomb your drive. You're trying to hit greens so that you can try and make putts, whether it's for birdie, whether it's for par. I think that whole mentality of hitting greens is very important as well, and that is something that you can learn from par 3 courses. So I hope you guys took something from this short video, and stay tuned for part 2, which is going to be a very different video from this video, but I think you guys will enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel for more Golf with Jen.